So I want to give all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you. I came out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled, this topic keeps coming up, a grid attack. Okay. Salakia. Of course, somebody just happened to call me while I'm doing this lesson. All right. So this topic keeps coming up of a grid attack, right? Which that kind of event, the cyber attack, grid attack, whatever you want to call it, that's going to happen because that plays right into the plans of the elites and first and foremost, the plan of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Because according to the prophecies, things are going to get extremely bad. Okay. And something that is going to make things become extremely bad is, these type of grid shutdowns, where things are not able to operate in society because people depend on the electricity. They depend on the internet, to run things. And if you don't have that, a lot of these things that you have, your everyday conveniences, the whole system that you have, this whole system chain, the grocery stores, the gas stations will not function. Okay, it will cripple society, and that goes into the chaos, right? So I was watching this the video from the brother GMS Shield of Faith 05. Subscribe to that, brother, and be edified. But this video is what he was watching, or what he played rather. And I'm going to play this video for you, and we're going to go into some of the scriptures.
If they brought the power grid down. And by they, I mean if the government purposefully brought the power grid down. And I'm not asking that question for fun. I'm asking that question because the World Economic Forum is predicting that a cyber pandemic, you can look this up, they've been running exercises about it this year, is inevitable. You're probably saying, what is a cyber pandemic? It doesn't make any sense. What are we even talking about? Well, first and foremost, the reason I'm even paying attention to the World Economic Forum and their exercises is because they notoriously, in 2019, ran an exercise for a coronavirus.
Okay, she goes on for quite a long time about this, but what they're basically saying is that the government is getting ready to bring down the power grid. Now, there's a lot of people that are out here saying it's going to be the U.S. government doing this. There's a lot of people out here saying it's going to be done on purpose. If it is, and if this information, remember, Kash Patel of the FBI, he's saying everybody, including in his office, will be held accountable. Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense, saying that everybody in the Defense Department will be held accountable. Elon Musk with Doge, financial accountability. President Trump, administrative accountability. Is there going to be corruption? I believe so. Don't get me wrong. They're still politicians, right? They're still running that politician game. But will there be some visible accountability? Maybe. If that ever comes out, that they are the ones who bring down the power grid, it's over. It's over for our entire country.
What I am not going to say that went on for a long time under the Biden administration and for a lot of the media, and I'm not going to point fingers, but they used to say it was a vibe session and the American people don't know what they talk about. And Donald Trump, his administration, myself, all believe that the American people know what they're feeling, and that we believe that our policies will change that. Clearly, they are traumatized from what's happened with this affordability crisis that was brought on by the previous administration. They want relief. We've been in for 8 weeks. We are putting the policies in place that will make the affordability crisis go down, inflation moderate, and that as we set this.
Now, they're saying that they're going to put policies into place that let inflation go down. We are months, guys, maybe even quarters away from that happening. Things are going to get really tight for you and your family. Very tight at the grocery store. Kelly and I just walked out from the grocery store the other day, and we looked at the bag in our hands, and we could not believe the $100 that was spent at a grocery store for how little we got. Now, when we got home, we did a little bit of math, and we said, okay, well, what are the meals costing us? And this was just yesterday.
Okay, so he's going into prices. Okay, in the brother's video, he had the Klaus Schwab when he made the statement. He said that a cyber attack would make the C-19, the COVID-19 would pale in comparison to a cyber attack. That's what he said, right? And he mentioned the suffering that would come behind that. Matter of fact, let me see if I could find that video. So I guess the brother did some editing. Okay, Klaus Schwab. Oh, excuse me. Okay, just come here. Right.
We all know, but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack.
Why is he telling you to pay attention to it? Because they're actually trying to be prophets on the left-hand side. Okay, this is why Esau tells you what's going to happen before it happens, before they implement it. Okay, let's go.
Which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack. To use the COVID-19 crisis as a timely opportunity to reflect on the lessons the cybersecurity community can draw and improve our preparedness for a potential cyber pandemic.
And they've been talking about this for a long time, okay? Because they're putting it in your brain that this is what's coming, okay? And that will cause a lot of suffering, a lot of hell, a lot of pain for the people, you know? So Esau Edom, you know how he gets down, but the scriptures already prophesied that this would happen. It already prophesied that Esau would you know, he was created for the day of evil. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me get Proverbs real quick. Let's get Proverbs. This is Proverbs 16. It's Proverbs 16 in verse 4. It says, Yahweh hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Okay, he even created the wicked for the day of evil. Okay, right? So what time are we coming into? We're coming to the day of evil, of ultimate evil, right? So Esau, you know, the elites, which a lot of these guys that are in the forefront, you know, they actually, you know, they go back to well, some of them could be you know, of elite families, right? But either way, they were chosen to play that role, you know. Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and these different individuals, they were chosen to play the roles that they play to help to further the agenda of the elites on the left hand side. So this is 2 Ezra 15:10. It says, "My people are led." This is in the GNT, by the way. "My people are led to the slaughter like a flock of sheep." Right? The scriptures say that a sword is sharpened. Right? Esau is leading you to the slaughter. Right? All these things that's happening, all these legislations that's being passed. Right? All these events that are happening or that are getting ready to happen is preparing you for the slaughter. Okay? The fact that Esau he's rousing up these right-wing Edomites, to come up to make it seem like, these immigrants are taking his country and the blacks are taking his country and so on and so forth. That's also setting you up for the sword. Okay, them Edomites, they have no problem getting violent. They have absolutely no problem. This is Ezekiel 21:8. It says, "Again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy, and say, Thus saith Yahweh, say a sword is sharpened, and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter." A sore slaughter is coming, and we keep telling you Israelites that. Okay, it is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. And he hath given it to be furbished that he may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. And the so-called white man, the Edomites, that's the slayer. That's who was blessed with the sword. Okay, he was blessed with the sword. Okay, this is Revelation 6 in verse 4. It says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth." Now that represents these Edomites. Okay, they have taken peace from the earth. When they came to this side of the earth, if you were to go back to the time of the Native American, when Gad was running this land, Native Americans were running this land, you would see how much more peaceful your life would be. Okay, there wasn't all these buildings and all this stuff, but in Uber Eats, but it was very much peaceful. Okay, that's why when you go to these so-called third world countries, those people are happy. Those people are happy living in that simplistic lifestyle. The West is very fast-paced. It's very draining. It's very individualistic. It's very demonic. The food is poisonous. There's a lot of things that are no good about when you compare the West to these so-called third world countries. Okay, so Esau, what did he do? He took peace from the world. He took peace from people's individual lives, and he also created what? A lot of war. Okay. Look at how often America has been in war since they've been in power. This man is all about war. Let me read that again. It says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth." Look at World War I, World War II, and all the wars in between. Absolute bloodshed. "And that they should kill one another." That's what they've done. "And there was given unto him a great sword." So when it says that sword is being sharpened, right, that red horse, which represents the Edomites, because the Edomites, the word Edom means red. Okay, they're getting ready to do their best work in this time that we're coming into. Okay, and the Heavenly Father is using them through Satan to do it. Okay, but then he's going to punish them. All right. So let's get back to 2 Ezra. This is 2 Ezra 15 and verse 11 now. Matter of fact, I'll still read 10 again. It says, "My people are being led to the slaughter like a flock of sheep. They will no longer have to live in Egypt. I will use my strength and power to bring them out of that land. I will bring disasters, right, which that's going to be the elect that's going to be taken up out of the land of Egypt. Okay. I will bring disasters upon the Egyptians as I did earlier, right? Speaking about the plagues, right? And a cyber attack, that is a disaster. Absolutely. That's going to lead to a lot of issues, man. A lot. And I will destroy their country. The whole land will be in mourning. It will be shaken to its foundations when I, the Lord, strike it and pound on it. So it's imagine anyone who had anything going in the society, when something like that happens, you become poor. You might have been a millionaire. You might have this and that and that. You got all these supercars and you know, this big house or whatever. You can't drive those supercars without gas. Okay. And if there's no power grid, if the power's knocked off, the gas stations won't work. It won't pump gas. Right? How are you going to keep your house warm? Right? The refrigeration system that keeps the perishables good, or the things are going to go bad in the grocery stores. You see? And then there's going to be food insecurities. And what do you think people are going to do? They're going to raid the stores eventually. So there's a lot of things coming down the pipeline that's going to really shake up America and shake up the world. It says the farmers will mourn because their seed will fail to sprout, and their trees will be destroyed by blight, hail, and terrible storms. The world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. Well, it's not necessarily about nations fighting against other nations, but people will be fighting against other people. Esau will be fighting against Jacob, and so on and so forth. Right? It says there will be great political turmoil, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. Right? They're not going to look at the government as legitimate at that time. They're just going to say F it. And that's the thing. Trump is their last hope. Trump is these Edomites' last hope. When they find out Trump is the devil, is the devil and working against them as well, they're gonna go crazy. Okay. He said if it happens that would fall upon Trump because of administration, because he's the head of the administration. It says there will no longer be free access to the cities. Yeah. Right. Quarantines, blockades and whatnot, because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live, driven by famine and terrible suffering. Oh, when that famine is coming, man. That famine is coming. People will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. So this is the scenario that's getting ready to come on the earth. All right. It's not going to be nice. It's not going to be a fun time. It's going to be very, very scary for these people. Right? Because they're not going to have answers. And that's why the scriptures say there's going to be a crying for wine in the streets. They're going to be looking for answers, be looking for us. A lot of them are going to be looking for us because they watch the videos. But the Lord is going to hide us from them. And if they do find us, we're not going to have nothing to tell them, man. Whoever's for the sword is for the sword. Whoever's for the famine is for the famine. So on and so forth. Because you've been warned. Okay? Now, this is what Ezra said when he saw the great plagues that are getting ready to come on the earth. He said, woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Right? And who's going to deliver the elect out of these troubles? Yahweh Shai. Okay? Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is going to deliver the elect out of these troubles. It said that even Michael the archangel will stand up. So when these grid attacks happen, have faith. Have faith in the Lord. Now it's time to fully lean on the Lord. Now it's not time to what job can I get? Because you can't get, there's not gonna be no job if something major like that happens. Forget about job, right? For most people, right? Right? So no, actually for anybody, I doubt that. I don't know. For most people, I'll say, okay. I can't think of a job that would be running if the electricity is not working right now. You know, because a lot of people, even if they have a job that can still run without that, they're trying to think about getting food. They're thinking about protecting their family. Okay. You understand? So, the cares of this world, everyone's gonna cast that off at that time. This is Daniel 12:1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book." Everyone that's found written in the book is going to be delivered, which is the elect. Okay. Let's go to Jeremiah 30 and verse 5. This is Jeremiah 30 and 5, and it reads, "For thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh, thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace." Right? So that's why when they talk about peace, this, peace, that, peace agreement, we scoff at that. All right? And a lot of you other camps, you're not preparing your congregation for these things that are coming. You're not preparing their mind for that. They're not in the right mindset for that. You have to be in the right mindset for these things. All right? It says, "Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail? And all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." The elect is going to be saved out of it. The rest of you Jakes, man, it's gonna be bad for you. It says, "Behold, famine and plague." This is 2 Ezra 16 and 19. "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment." Okay. I believe I read 18, right? Let me read 18 again just in case. It says, "The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come?" Yeah, because the Lord is going to put a spirit of war, especially in Russia. He's going to put that spirit of war in Russia to really, come up against Babylon and press that button. Okay. It says, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges." Yeah, because when they especially when they're catching hell, they're going to do whatever it takes to get food and water and whatever, the things that they need. So they're going to go even deeper into wickedness, right? To the point some of these people are going to even partake in cannibalism. That's how left they're going to go, because they don't believe or trust in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. They're not going to seek after the Lord. They're going to get even worse. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be sold good cheap on earth upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." Right? And a cyber attack will lead to great confusion. Absolutely. So with that, little one, this was edifying to the elect. Just a quick video I want to make. With that, I'll say shalom.